Hello and welcome to the best mods of Starfield, where we attempt to cover pretty much all the best mods that get dropped daily. We already have over 600 mods, I think, on creations. There's so many different mods getting thrown at us. I'll try pick some of the more interesting ones and most definitely the best mods for you to give a try on Starfield. And more importantly, keep you in the loop of what's out there. Get anything out of these kind of videos, consider liking and subscribing. Come along for the journey. Let's get into it. So for this first mod, we need to head over to Tal Ceti and then Tal Ceti 3. We're going to find your very own personal space station by Squint 911. It's handcrafted and decorated a space station for us to call home, and it looks incredible. So if you haven't tried building your own space station, this could be a really good way to get around and enjoy the functionality of having your own floating house in space. You can hail it just like normal. You'll get a voice, but you can also, more importantly, a dock. The dock is fully functioning, which is awesome because we had a lot of issues with that way before. And here it is. Once you jump inside, you will be greeted with a huge decorated space station, your own personal home, and it has everything you could possibly want, from weapon mounts, all the different workbenches, plenty of storage. It's even got a pool table. It's got the Crimson Skull, functioning kitchen. It is absolutely incredible, and all this was done for free for us to enjoy. So what an incredible mod. And it even has like a display area where you can put all your different armors on, and it's got some different materials that we've probably mined a dozen times. We've got stacks of art that we've collected from across the universe, and a really nicely decked out penthouse ensuite with our own personal bathroom. Now do note, currently in this release, you cannot decorate this area or use it as an outpost where you can assign a crew member. The mod author mentions that they have been working tirelessly to try get that working with no avail, so they have just released this mod. Also note that the artillery is not working or functioning at the moment. However, if there is anyone that would be able to get a grasp or help on this, getting the outpost working, definitely contact the mod author. Now, if you do have any issues when you come to this area and you do not see the space station, the tip there is to just travel to another system or star, and then you should be able to jump back and the space station should appear. One thing I should note is that this space station comes with a 200,000 storage space for you, so you can definitely see how this could be your base of operation permanently. However, this in its initial first stage is absolutely incredible. But what a supreme mod. This is just the beginning. We are going to be seeing plenty of different personalized space stations. I reckon we'll see complete new factions built within this kind of framework, but lots of exciting stuff to come. Let's keep moving. We got to mention that your space station comes with its own asteroid. So if you missed the one that they took that used to follow you around when you're traveling, well, you can rest assured you probably have two of your old friends back at the space station. So the next mod we're going to look at is very simple, humble, but for you food eaters and you master chefs, this could be for you. In all your various different apartments and houses, there are ovens, but they do not function at all. You can't interact with them. You can't even cook any pizza with pineapple. It's a bit disappointing. However, now with the mod called Working Stoves, you can access the kitchen stoves in all your various properties. So now you can finally make sardines on toast. Awesome alien scramble. It's a simple little mod, but some may find this very handy, and it just adds a little bit more realistic sense to these houses. Next, we just need a strip pole down in the corner there. So this is the Working Stove mod by Viper Lord, and it adds a functioning stove to the Well apartment and the Citizen apartment, the Aquila apartment and house, and of course the Penthouse and the Premier Hotel all get stoves. So get cooking, get eating, let's move on. Now, if you need to defend your kitchen, your oven, head over to the lodge. And just in case you're like me and you've never set foot in your bloody room, you will head upstairs. You will take the third right down this hall, then you turn left, and this middle door, this is your room. As you can see, I had to open every door in this bloody lodge to figure it out. So I thought I'd save you some time and include that. Now, as soon as you enter your room, you will find the latest mod, the T77 7.77 7.77 mil pistol 2277. Oof. Now this is a very nice custom weapon mod. For me, I can't pick up the weapon in the lodge. Let me know if you can. I'm sure this will be fixed as soon as you get in. However, do note I haven't been able to pick up the weapon. However, when you can pick it up, it has many of the typical upgrades. It features multiple attachments, receiver sights, laser, with some excellent different skins, black, chrome, FDE, comes with multiple attachments, including the short suppressor and suppressor, giving it a very stealthy and appealing look. Now this weapon seems extremely similar to another mod, the M2 mod, so quite similar in design and look, but very different results in the end. I do prefer the M2 over the T77. However, the weapon has an excellent feel and a really nice, sleek, sort of slim design, so it's great for close combat. Fires very nice. It's got a really nice kickback to it, so it's quite a fun pistol to use with its high ammo capacity, and it definitely puts down quite good damage considering it is not a legendary. So I definitely recommend this as a good weapon choice. It is a lot of fun, has a good unique feeling to it. And that is the T77 mod by Outroa. This next mod will add a new friend, Grumpa. So similar to other pet mods, you will gain a new friend that will follow you around. And in this instance, he will actually come find you wherever you are. So it's a neat little way of doing it. You don't have to go find it. It will find you and it'll pretty much stick with you forever. And the only way to remove this friend or this pet is to uninstall the mod. However, it does add a new friend that will follow you around the universe on journeys. He's nice and small and he looks delicious. Good enough to kiss, huh? And look, if you're ever really hungry, you can eat the mold on his chin or the vines or whatever. Pet Grumpa has no inventory, so you won't have to worry about storing anything with him. He's purely just a pet. Now the question is he immortal and will he help attack you? Well, yes, he will. He will definitely get in there and try to do whatever he can. He will throw his mold at them, but he can take damage and get wounded, but he will always stay alive. He'll sort of just go down like other companions do, so do keep that in mind. He looks badly beaten up there, but another nice, excellent little pet mod for someone looking for something a bit more unusual. So just doing a quick test. How well does he follow you? Well, he seems to do quite a good job. Quite an intelligent little guy. And just remember, there is no inventory, no waiting, and no dismissal. He will just follow you along, so you just go about whatever you're doing. He's going to figure it out. So this next mod is going to be excellent for testing Grumpa and how fast you can run. The mod is called Runners High and can be crafted at your pharmaceutical lab. The toxins, tetrafluoridines, and argon. So Runner's High is a stimulant that increases movement speed by 50. It is less addictive than Frostwolf, requires performance enhancing 1. This mod is only currently craftable and won't appear in any stores in the game. As you can see, we've left Grumpa in the dust. Come on, Grumpa! So when comparing it to Frostwolf, nowhere near as good, but it costs a lot less in terms of resources. Now do keep in mind, it is better than Amp. Amp, when you're on level 1 of the relevant perks, only gives you plus 35 movement speed. So Runner's High is a good way to get an extra speed early on. Nice little mod. Let's keep moving. So this next mod is a nice little mod that will allow you to attach what the game will interpret as basically a silencer or suppressor to any of your particle weapons. So attaching a stealth lens and firing, you will not notice any difference in terms of the actual sounds, as the gun sound and meshes haven't actually been updated to reflect the change. But basically you will now have what the game will interpret as a silencer. So you can be a lot more stealth and actually get to enjoy a bit more of a stealth build with your particle weapons. So something nice there, something a bit different, and I really like the optionality to have a silencer or suppressor for particle weapons. The mod is called Particle Stealth Lens and it is by Sushi Squid, who may or may not do an update to the sound and the meshes to make this a proper complete mod. But for now, it's a nice little work in progress or a placeholder that will allow you to do some stealth with your particle weapon. Simple, but a nice addition to the game. Jumping back to the lodge, and after a big battle, you might need some refreshments. Well, how about a cup of tea? There is a new mod now that adds coffee and cup of teas to your cooking station. The mod is called Starista. Get it? Starista, barista. Now you can make a regular cup of joe or use a tea bag with all the flavors of the universe. The other thing that's really nice is that if you have completed the mission Back to the Grind, which is a part of the Ryujin faction quest, you'll then be able to craft Yuko's coffee and also Cafe Ete Prime, which is another unique beverage that can be obtained from completing proper tea theft side quest, where you'll need to head to Paradiso Resort in Porima, where the quest giver should be found Kumar Sharma, who manages the cafe in the lobby at Paradiso. Now Yuko's coffee translates into the Terra Brew Cappuccino, which will give you 2 health, restores 2 health plus 17% O2 recovery for 3 minutes. Great for your space adventures. The Cafe Ete Prime translates into your Terra Brew Latte, which restores 2 health, also gives you 17% O2 recovery for 3 minutes. So completing those quests will give you access to cook them at your lovely cooking station. Now things really start to heat up in the kitchen if you head to your research laboratory, food and drink, and upgrade your beverage development and your barista skills. We're going to quickly do now, covering an assortment of various items you'll find in the known universe. So once you've done your beverage development 1, barista skill 1, we head back over to the cooking station. Now we can make some really interesting things. You can see here how we got the Terra Brew Espresso. Now that we've built up our skills, we actually get a more potent version of some of the cool beverages. So instead of 17%, we can now get an increase to 19 O2 recovery for for 3 minutes. But you get the idea. As you increase your developments, you will get access to better teas and coffees to brew. So all your different Terra brews will continue to get stronger and better each time you research and increase your barista skills from the research station. So a really nice mod. I like this, that it incorporates using some of the extra items that we don't necessarily use too often. Now this next mod is for anyone who wants to kind of just have some fun and cheat a little bit with some insanely overpowered weapons. The mod is even called Overpowered Weapons, and you will get four craftable weapons that do absolutely devastating amount of damage. We have the Old Earth Sniper variant. We have the Almuna Muna, which basically translates to a long-range sniper. Using the Old Earth sniper rifle skin, it will just mow down everything one shot, even though these are low level. The next weapon is the Dystopia, which is one crazy weapon. It fires very fast and does so much damage. Let me give you an example. It will just mow down everything in its path. As soon as a bullet hits something, they're going to go down. It's also got excellent range, basically no recoil at all. It is just a spitting gun. Next is the Eclipse. Very similar. It is silenced, so it is a bit better for stealth. Also causes the enemy to drop being made unconscious and staggering. Very interesting gun, the Eclipse, because it pretty much will drop all enemies within the first shot. Not kill them, but paralyze them. This is your pacifist version of these, which will pretty much one hit and drop all enemies. The last one of these weapons is the Luminance, which is basically your cutter, but it just makes it insanely powerful and gives it incredible range. So for instance, that pirate over there, you could pretty much hit them from very far off, which is a lot of fun. So if I have all these guys here, you can just mow them all down with your cutter very quickly. It does tons of damage. Quickly taking a look at the 4 different weapons. First off with Al Mua Mua. So with the perks I have at the moment, this does a whopping 6,502 physical damage. One tap sniper with Furious, Staggering, and a Titanium build. The Dystopia has roughly the same amount, but an extended mag, Staggering, and Shattering. And the Eclipse, your pacifist gun, does Bashing, Staggering, small chance to stagger enemies, which is pretty much a sure given. It pretty much will always stagger them or make them unconscious. And then finally, the Luminance, Furious. Each consecutive hit does more damage, Staggering, and Titanium. So a nice little mod that will completely overcharge 4 craftable weapons that you can have a lot of fun with if you just want to be overpowered and staunch your enemies. The next mod is called Adventurer's Clothing Pack, and it will add a total of 32 different outfits that use the vanilla assets in different combinations, creating some truly unique outfits. The nifty or potentially somewhat of an annoyance with this mod is that the outfits have been injected into the list, into the following shops: Jemison Mercantile in New Atlantis, Outlander at New Atlantis, Jane's Good after you help her in Sidonia, Shepherds in Aquila, and New Wells shop in Neon. So what this translates to is that the items are going to be appearing randomly in between all the different stores. So it is kind of cool as you go to each different shop, you will see new clothing you've never seen before. It does really spice the game up from a clothing standpoint. However, if you're after a specific item and you're on Xbox, you will just have to try your luck at the different stores until you get the outfit that you're after. Just to give you an idea of some of the different clothing options, we're just going to flick through very quickly and have a look at some of the more unusual clothing items that have been added to this mod. So it definitely comes in all different shapes and sizes now. There will be some clipping in these mods as they are not completely body morphed from my understanding, but it does add some very unique, fresh sort of paint to a lot of the different clothing styles. Like look at this. This looks awesome. Like a steampunk kind of outfit. That is a really neat costume and it keeps going. So 32 of them, you won't be disappointed. A nice mod to add. It will add lots of surprises. And that is the Adventurer's Clothing Pack by Cortez 250. Next we have a nifty little trait mod. This one is done by Inquisitor and it is called the Combined Arms Master, and he's made this a standalone. Now Inquisitor has quite a few different perk mods which I highly suggest checking out. However, this one adds one to the combat skills, and it only becomes unlocked or researchable once you've gained rank 4 ballistic and rank 4 laser and rank 4 particle beam. Then after that you will be able to upgrade it to rank 1, which is going to give you a 25% gain in damage with all weapons, which is a really nice way to make you push a bit harder and get you using different weapons to then achieve a really good outcome. So it's a nice way to kind of grind up to a new, more potent perk. And we will be doing more of his perks in the future, but this is just a nice one I wanted to include that's new to Xbox. And that is Inquisitor's Combined Arms master new standalone perk. The next mod is very, very simple, but some might really like this. It just removes the charge up on your minigun. So now you can just fire it and it instantly fires, no charge up, makes it a much more potent weapon and easier to fire even, but it's a surprisingly fun little change. The good thing about the no spin up mod is that it will affect every single minigun in the game. So keep that in mind. If you are looking to spice it up a bit, you can get all your miniguns no charge. Do note this may conflict with another minigun mod that is called the explosive minigun mod. Let me know if it worked together. I've had issues, so this could be another good choice. It just makes your minigun, it just drops an explosive minigun, but the mod doesn't describe if it is a standalone or any actual real detail about it, so cautious with this one. However, no spin, definitely a lot of good fun, worth a try. Thank you very much for watching. If you get anything out of this, consider liking, subscribing, commenting. Let me know what you think about some of these mods. You can let me know what mods you'd like me to cover, or if there's anything on your mind, just drop it in the comment. Thanks again, and peace.